Yeah, just a typical game against UNI. I thought both teams really played hard. I thought they wore us down a little bit, how we were guarding stuff. We did a really good job with our game plan, how we wanted to guard it in the first half. And then they just kept, like I told our guys, they were the better UNI than we were Indiana State. They were more efficient in how they ran their offense. We got a little lazy, fouling way too much, lack of communications and stuff, and played hard enough to win. We didn't play smart enough to win. And on offensive end, you know, the way these guys guard you have to have some patience. You have to have some patience. You have to move the ball. Everything you do has to have a purpose, and we just didn't play well enough to win. And they're playing well. Jake's got them going. They're going to be tough against anybody.
Greg, they scored on 11 of their last 13 meaningful possessions. That hurt too, obviously, and it was tough to get stops in the last.
Yeah, it was. You know, they weren't doing anything we weren't guarding in the first half. It's the same thing, but one guy making running into a screen, one guy not communicating, one guy fouling. You know, you can't have that. What do you get the second free throws? 12 and 19 free throws in the second half. It just, yeah, we weren't resilient enough on the things that we did a good job guarding in the first half. It's a lot of credit to how hard those guys work without the ball and what they're doing. And good, smart basketball players, and we weren't trying to switch, you know. And our guys got a little tired, I think, there of guarding it, and we didn't fight through it like we needed to.
Close game on the road. Obviously, you can't have any mental errors, and that rebound that wasn't
Were we down
retrieved.
two?
Down two at that point. That obviously hurt.
No, they didn't have anybody on the line, and we're up there. That's just communication, you know. That's something like that should never happen. And when guys play hard, sometimes those things happen. But when you're standing on the free throw line communicating, it should just be to the two lower guys being able to get it. But you have the ball with a good chance to go tie, and they get it back and score.
I didn't get a good look at Cooper's shot from my vantage point, but it appeared to be contested. What were you looking for?
It was contested. Just trying to be able to get a quick three. I thought it was down too. I thought it was down, trickled out of there. They're going to switch it, so you have to organize something that counter their switching. I thought we did a good job. They did a good job. They got out there and contested it, and they knew we were trying to get a three, so they were going to certainly try to take that away. But it was a good enough look. Tried to get Coop one because he'd made a couple earlier. It just didn't go down.
You mentioned that UNI was a better UNI than you guys were a better UNI. Is it frustrating for these guys? A lot of these guys were playing UNI for the first time. Is it frustrating to try to learn how to play against this type of team?
It's just a good basketball team. You know, they're going to execute. They're going to do their thing. They're not going to vary from it. They have counters to everything that you do, trying to be able to guard it. And the biggest thing is you're going to have some patience on offense. You're still going to have great pace, but have some patience. And we had some new guys find that out. We had really had some new guys find that out. I thought effort was good enough. We just weren't quite efficient enough in our offensive execution and resilient enough on defense.
Coach, I know your attention up to this point has been on this game tonight, but looking ahead to Saturday, just talk about kind of the festivities around the game Saturday with the 1979 Final Four reunion, and for you, for your team, for your department staff, is there just maybe a little more excitement leading into Saturday, getting that group back together?
Well, there is. I'm excited for every game, you know, so I want every game to be as big as what Saturday. Tonight's was as big as that for me. What I will say is this, we've been singular in our focus. We have way too much respect for Jake and his team and how they do things, so I wasn't even allowing any of us within the team to talk about it. Now, there's a lot of, Stace will tell you there's a lot of stuff going on without it, and I'll just say this, we'll move on to it. We're going to learn from this game tonight and do it, but we have had a lot of people work tirelessly on the events surrounding one of the best all-time team at Indiana State. I know a lot of those guys. It's an honor to know them. I'm in awe when I'm around them. Our community, you know, thinks of those guys as legends and well deserved. So what I wanted myself out of the weekend was to those guys come back, hang out with their teammates, and have a good time. That's all I want. So I hope that they do that. can't tell you how much I appreciate our administration and all those with Ace and everybody that's done so much work for it. It's been a lot of hard work, and I'm sure it'll go great on Saturday. The only thing I'm worried about, trying to beat Loyal.
And shifting gears to your team with Saturday's game, as I understand it, sold out Holman Center too. So
I wish it'd be sold out all the time. You know, they can come back and see these guys. Brad Miley's always there. He's one of the team, so they can come to every game and see him. We got it handed to us at Loyola. We're going to have to be a lot better Saturday to keep these. Hopefully the fans are into it and appreciate how we play.